Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is AYOMIDE. If you're new, this channel focuses on fashion, business, beauty and lifestyle. Thank you guys for tuning in and supporting my YouTube channel so far. I haven't done a sit down video in so long and been doing more vlogs, but we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So if you like these type of videos, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. But yes, today's video is going to be about 6 luxury investment pieces that you need in your wardrobe. Hopefully you guys like some of these items and let me know some of the pieces that you are loving and you think that are investment worthy pieces down below. But let's get straight into the video. So the first investment piece that I think is so worth it is having a good fur coat, and I'm seeing the girls bring out their fur coats, especially in autumn, winter, especially if you live in a colder climate in the world. And I feel like in London we're lucky enough to experience all 4 seasons, even though it is a nightmare when it comes to dressing up. But having a good fur coat looks so good, and you can either get affordable fur coats, but I'm talking about vintage fur coats that more women are getting as well, and I feel like it's something that is worth investing in. When it comes to good quality coat, it lasts such a long time, and I feel like it's important that you take care of them really well. I'm seeing a lot of people go vintage shopping to get a good fur coat, whether that be at Notting Hill or Portobello Market, and I feel like there's different vintage shops that are available across different countries and across the UK that you can actually go in and see. What I do love is the girls that are going to Paris, they're going to Italy and sourcing vintage furs from all over those cities, because when you live in a fashion capital, you know the fashion in those vintage shops are going to be amazing. So if you're lucky enough to live in a fashion capital, definitely check out those vintage markets, because you can actually get great coats, whether they're Dior, whether they're Givenchy, whether they're Chanel, or if you're just getting a good Mongolian fur. Like, the possibilities are endless in these shops, and I feel like the quality is good, the price is a bit more expensive, but you know you're going to get something that will last. Like, I feel like for me, I love coats so much, and I feel like that's the one thing that bulks up my wardrobe, like coats and jackets. And I feel like every time I see someone's coat, I want to put it in my basket and buy it, and I have to be reasonable and be like, I mean, where is that going to fit in your current closet? And it's not going to fit anywhere, and it just makes me feel like when I get home, I'm definitely going to have like a coat and jacket area, because the amount of coats and jackets that I have, and I feel like I don't even have enough, is crazy. So let me guys know, like, how do you know when to say no or yes to a coat? Do you wait for the sale? Do you make sure it's something that can actually fit in your wardrobe? Like, for me, every time I see a coat, I want it, and I'm like, I have to like stop myself and be like, how many times would you wear that coat? But a good fur coat is such a staple, especially in your luxury wardrobe, because the quality is amazing, and it will literally go with everything. And if you live in a country where it's quite cold and you never really have to show your outfit anyway, all you really need is a good jacket, a good fur coat, a good vintage jacket and some good boots, and you literally look like you're the fashionista of that town. So yeah, having a good fur jacket is worth the investment. The second thing that is worth the investment, and even though I complain so much about this brand, is having a Chanel double flap. All the fashion girlies know that having a Chanel double flap is where it's at. Like, I see so many of their new collections coming out, whether it be their bucket bags, whether it be their backpacks, whether it be like their toiletry bags, their makeup bags, and I'm not interested in any of that. I just want a Chanel medium double flap, even though the price is crazy. Last time I checked last year, it was $8.5. Not sure, it's probably gone up now, but all the girls know that my ideal Chanel bag is a medium Chanel double flap in black caviar leather. I don't want no lambskin. I don't want my bag to start scratching. I've seen the pictures of the lambskin scratching, and I don't want to be a part of that, especially if I'm paying over £8 for my bag. I don't want to see a scratch on my bag. So caviar leather is more durable, and when you live in a city like London, the hustle and bustle is too much. I don't have time to see something go wrong with my bag, especially when I paid that much money. But I always say, like, if you've got the money and you're actually willing to treat yourself and you want a timeless piece that's going to stand the test of time, a Chanel flap is where it's at. Even though I feel like the price has gone up, because back in the day when it was their hardware, the gold was real gold, and now it's gold plated. Chanel, what are we doing? But I feel like Something about the Chanel double flap just screams timeless to me, and I feel like it lasts for generations. It's something that you can keep in your collection and keep growing. It's something that you can pass down to your kids and your daughters, and they can have the bag as well. And I feel like even when it gets cleaned, it literally looks brand new each time, and I feel like having a Chanel bag in your collection is great. But I want to tell the girls something. If you're getting your first Chanel bag for the first time, get a colour that makes sense. These bags are expensive. Like, luxury is going up, and do you know what, the economy is all over the place, so make it count. Get the colour you want first, because you never know where you're going to get your next Chanel bag. I tell my friends this all the time. You never know when you can afford something next, so get something that you really want. So for me, I need to get the Chanel double flap in black first, and once I've got the black, then I can start divesting in the other colours and all the other bags that you have. But for me, the Chanel double flap's where it's at. I don't think I'd ever get a boy bag. I don't know if I'd really dabble into the toiletry bags as well, but getting that first Chanel double flap, you must be God's favourite. Let me know how it felt, because that has been a bag on my wish list, and I've just said no, I can't buy that until I get home. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I think people laugh at me, but that could literally be like part of my deposit, part of my surveyor fee, part of my stamp duty could be that Chanel bag. So let me get my home first, and then I'll invest in my Chanel double flap. Okay, so the third item, which I think is such a staple in your wardrobe if you're trying to build your luxury collection, is a good trench. And if you know the brand I'm about to say, you're a real fashion girly, and that is a Burberry trench coat. Burberry. What can I say? I feel like that is a staple brand in British history. I remember back in the day growing up where people would have like the Burberry caps, and they got mad that all the people that couldn't afford Burberry back in the day were wearing these knockoff Burberry caps. But I feel like it's such a staple brand in British history, and I feel like Daniel Lee is probably going to be leaving the house soon and going to another house. It's been speculated, and I think that's what's going to happen. But I feel like having a good staple Burberry trench is everything, and I feel like because we live in the UK, our weather's all over the place, we experience all 4 seasons. That coat is such a great coat, especially for the days where it's not too cold. It might be a little bit of drizzly weather, but at least you're actually going to stay warm a bit. And I feel like it's really nice because the Burberry, the infamous Burberry print is actually inside the jacket, so it doesn't look too loud as well. But I feel like people know the quality of a Burberry jacket. I think the first time I tried on the Burberry trench was in Bicester, and I love the fact that they had different sizes and lengths available. When it comes to a trench, I typically lean towards the maxi trench because I do like my coats a bit long. But I've noticed actually from looking at different style and how people put the crop trenches and they wear the shorter trenches, they actually look very, very nice and very sophisticated. And I feel like the shorter trenches you can actually wear casually a lot more, because of the maxi one I feel like it's a bit more formal. So if you want to have more of like a formal coat, I'd definitely recommend going the maxi way. But if you're looking for something casual that you can either wear to work, go to more of like an informal occasion, but you want to look put together, the shorter cropped trench coats look amazing. But Burberry, the trench coat, is a staple. I feel like there's so many brands that do trench coats, but if you've got that extra bit of money or you want to spend a bit more on quality, the Burberry trench coats feel really, really nice. And I feel like there's no point, and I feel like personally, if you really want to try the trench coat, go to Bicester, because Bicester has always got the coats on a sale, and they've got different varieties, and you can actually try to see which one you prefer. Because for me, when it comes to a trench coat, I like the darker tan. I don't really lean towards the lighter trenches. I like the darker ones a lot better. So definitely go to Bicester if you're trying to invest, because you can try on all the ones they have available there and you can get some money off. So the fourth item that I think is a huge investment piece is a watch. And I put this watch on my wish list for so many years, and I still haven't bitten the bullet to go and buy it. And I don't know why, because when I turned 30 I said I was going to buy a watch, but do you know what, I think I ended up taking a trip instead. Like, for me, a holiday is just amazing and I love taking trips, but a Cartier tank is where it's at. I absolutely love the brand Cartier. I feel like they have got their marketing so well, and if you know me, I love talking about the intersection of music, fashion and culture. The way that brand has been able to weave in through different people's lives and still maintain that luxury aesthetic that it has, like Cartier being a luxury brand, having whether it's the jewelry or whether it is the watches, they've been able to make it wearable for an everyday person, but also keep that luxury aesthetic. And I feel like it's a gift of how they've been able to do that. Like, A person doesn't even have to be the wealthiest person in the world to own a Cartier watch, but they still maintain that class and that elegance from that brand that even the most high net worth individual wants a Cartier watch. And I feel like they've been able to weave and transcend through through different types of people, and I think it's incredible. And that Cartier tank watch that I put here is my ideal watch. I think it is so beautiful. I think it is so beautiful, so chic, so timeless. I love the camera's going in and out because of the lighting. I love like how it's mixed gold and silver. Normally I never used to mix my metals, but now recent I just don't care. I just want to wear the pieces that I like. Apologies for the lighting, my lighting's all over the place, but yes, I absolutely love a Cartier watch. And I think a lot of people also get Rolexes. I'm not really the biggest fan of a Rolex, maybe because I've heard how heavy they are, but I haven't really tried one on. I've tried on the Cartier and it just looks so good, but I feel like for Rolexes, they actually scream luxury, and I feel like Cartier is a bit more understated. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Let me know if you guys have a Cartier watch or a Rolex and which one you prefer. But I feel like a Cartier is very sophisticated, it's very classy, it's very like to do, and the Rolex for me just screams like I've got money here. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like having a good staple watch in your collection is so important. I necessarily don't even wear a watch, and I feel like I don't wear a watch because I haven't found a watch that I really gravitate towards, and I'm not really ready to buy my Cartier watch just now. And I feel like my watch that I want is out of stock, and it's always out of stock. It's so beautiful, but having a good staple watch is literally sets you apart from your outfit. And for me, I'm not the type of person that needs loads of watches. I feel like in my life I'll be happy with just 2 watches and I'm good to go, because I'd rather just wear a good quality watch that I love and that goes with everything than rather switch up all the different watches I have. But some people are different. Some people are watch people, some people are bag people, and some people are jewelry people, so pick your poison. But I love a good quality watch, and I feel like Cartier for me is everything. And lastly, I feel like a great quality investment piece is jewelry, and especially when you're going to a jeweler to actually get it done. And one thing I love are tennis bracelets and tennis necklaces, and I actually got my first tennis bracelet when I believe was 25. I don't remember if it was 25 or not, but here it is. I absolutely love this tennis bracelet. I always wear it with my Chanel bracelet with the CCs, and I really want to get the necklace version of the CC. But this tennis bracelet I got in the Caribbean when I was in, what country was I in? Oh god, I always forget the country. I'll put the country on the screen where I got it from, but I literally was there with my family, and because for tax reasons it was actually ended up being cheaper, so I actually bought it out there, and it was so nice. I don't know what it is with me. I have expensive taste. I talk about this all the time on my TikTok. It's just me. I literally went into the store. There was like so many like diamond like shops, like and high-end shops there, and I literally went into the store and I was like, I want to pick one. Picked one. It was $15,000. The woman said, I love you, have expensive taste, and I said, I don't have the budget for that yet. She said, oh, I just love you, just know what you like. And I said, do you know what, it's so frustrating, it's a gift and a curse. But I decided to actually leave with this tennis bracelet, and I absolutely love it. The reason I actually got this tennis bracelet is because I was actually planning to buy a Cartier watch that year, and I didn't. And I thought I really wanted to start building my stack, and I thought it would look so perfect with it. So I always wear this with like my Chanel bracelet, this tennis bracelet, and what's missing is literally my watch. So maybe in a year or two, if I've actually done, when I look at my businesses and see what I've done, I think I might treat myself to a good watch, because once I bought my watch, I'm done. Like, I don't need any more watches. The one I want is the one I've shown you on screen, and I think it's so nice. But a good tennis bracelet and a good necklace, it just does something to me, and I feel like it really elevates your look, especially for the type of person that you constantly go out for dinners, you're always out on the town, you're meeting new people, you might work in either like a high profile environment, or you might get invited to more classy events, and you want to have those pieces that stand out and start a conversation. It's really nice to have those unique pieces and like pieces that make you stand out when you have conversation with people. So a tennis bracelet, a tennis necklace, and good quality jewelry makes such a difference, and it's a worthy investment. So guys, thank you for tuning into another video. Thank you guys for the love and support. Let me know what you guys think below of some of the investment pieces that I feel like are worthy of buying, and let's start a conversation down below and let's talk more. But thank you guys for tuning into this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye guys.